Alright, welcome back to another live episode of Cooking with a Veteran. I'm your host, Dave Rogers, and today I'm going to be making some Moroccan chicken. So let me, tell you about some of the ingredients that we have going on today. Of course, we have chicken. I'm using chicken thighs. The chicken thighs with the bone in are the best. I debone these because I just want to show it easier. I have some eggplant, and of course I'm using a mixture of eggplant. I'm not using just one type of eggplant. I've got some Japanese eggplant. I got a little bit of Italian eggplant, and I got a local eggplant. Prunes. Prunes are a big part of the Moroccan dishes. They add that little bit of sweetness to the dish. I got my red onions. I have my seasoning. Some garlic, some ginger, some turmeric. I have some cumin, my smoked paprika, some white pepper, a little bit of cinnamon that I like to add in there. Some of my adobo, as always. And how much you use is really up to you. You can decide how much of the seasoning that you want to use. It's a chicken dish, so I got my parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Okay, I got a lime, I got some white wine, put a little bit of crushed red pepper in my seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to start off, I'm going to take a little bit of my black truffle infused oil, put that in the pan. Okay, get this going on high. Now this is a great one-pot dish, and you can do this in a slow cooker if you want to, or you can just sit it on the stove like I do. Alright. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to take my onions, I'm going to put some onions in the bottom of the pan, and you want to layer it. The onions are going to create kind of a protective layer at the bottom. I'm going to put in my eggplant. Okay. I'm going to put in half of my seasoning. Mix that around. I'm going to add in my prunes. Okay. I know you're thinking like, oh, prunes. No, trust me. It really adds a great flavor to this dish. And my parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lime in there. And to create a little bit of a broth, I'm going to put a little bit, the recipe doesn't really call for it, but you know me, I love cooking with alcohol. I'm going to put some Pinot Grigio, a little bit of white wine to create a bottom. Okay. A little pepper. A little bit of salt. I'm going to let this sit for a moment. So this is a dish, I actually learned of this dish when I was in Turkey. I went to Turkey for doing some inventory while I was in the military. I had to go down to Turkey and do some inventory. And we went out one night and we had this dish, and it's just a great dish. Took me a while to find someone who would teach me how to make it properly. And then I spent some time building on it myself. Alright, so I got my vegetables in the bottom there. I'm now going to prep my chicken and get my chicken ready to go inside. I'm actually going to infuse the chicken. One moment, I have to get another glove. I'm actually going to infuse the chicken with some of the white wine. Give it some of that flavor. Okay. And of course, as always, I've been brining my chicken. I know you're tired of that word, brining. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to stick the needle. And you're just going to... And then you're going to place it inside. Take another breath. And you want to make sure that you're not pointing it down directly towards your hand. right? You want it at a slight curve away from your hand. You don't want to jab yourself with the needle. So anyway, as I was saying, so we were in Turkey. We went to this local restaurant, and most people were eating kebabs and everything. And the flavor at the next table from this dish was just amazing, and I had to have some. Just a great dish. All right. And what you're going to do now, you're going to turn that to a medium. You're going to cover that, and you're basically going to let that roast for 45 minutes. But don't worry, we're not done. I got a little surprise for you. All right, so one of the great things that goes with this dish is some yogurt, any type of curry or cumin dish. Okay, yogurt is great to go with it. And you can use some plain yogurt. Yes, I have some plain yogurt here. But I'm going to dress it up some. I'm going to put in just a little bit of cilantro. I'm going to put in some cucumber. Okay. I'm going to squeeze in a little lime. Gonna mix that around. And I got me a nice little cucumber yogurt. You know, if you ever had a gyro, you know, they put that cucumber flavored yogurt on it, and I really like that. So, as I said, you know, normally when I do my show, I'm going to go ahead, actually I almost forgot, put in the rest of the seasoning. So normally when I do my show, I press things to cook, and if they're slow cooking, then you don't get to see me enjoy the meal. But that's not the case today. I actually went ahead earlier and I made up another pot. So I'm going to switch pots around. Okay. And maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't, this is my new cutting board. This is a cutting board made by my friends over there at South Shore Woodwork. I tried it out today. This thing is great. I love it. It's a beautiful, so if you're looking for a new cutting board, go check out my friends over at South Shore Woodworking. And of course, as always, I got my nice onions and garlic from my friends over in Napolitano. Okay, they have some great vegetables over there. All right, so as I said, I went ahead and I cooked another pot earlier. And it's ready. Okay. The chicken has been slow cooking for 45 minutes. All right. Just look at that. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the chicken to the side, because what you want to do is you want to take the eggplant and the prunes and you kind of want to crush them down until they kind of liquefy a little bit, almost like a paste. All right, that's the great thing. If you ever had some great Moroccan food or some nice Indian foods, okay, their vegetables are kind of broken down into almost a paste that they put on top of the rice. All right, so I'll move this chicken to the other side. Whoops, I missed that piece. Now, like I said, you can do this in a slow cooker. I can't tell you the times to cook in a slow cooker because I don't own one. I don't use a slow cooker. All right. So this is great. I got over here earlier. I made some rice. You know, I love my yellow rice. Okay. So today, yes, I get to taste the meal. Which is wonderful. Great. I'm gonna take some of my chicken. Now you can leave it whole. You can see that. Look at that. That chicken is just falling apart. Okay. And that's when you know it's nice and done. When the chicken is nice and tender, so much that it's just falling apart. Take my chicken. I'm going to take some of my paste that I made with the vegetables. Right. I'm going to add some of the yogurt. And if you want to dress it up with just a little bit of cilantro, right? And there you go. Beautiful Moroccan chicken. And now it's time to give it a taste. Oh, look at that. The chicken just comes right off. I want to make sure I get some of the vegetables. Mmm. Oh, that tastes amazing. Now, this is not a spicy dish. You can spicy it up some if you want. I mean, it's got a little bit of kick to it with the cumin and, you know, some of the crushed red pepper and a little bit of the paprika I put in there. But it's really just a great tasting dish. I hope you enjoyed. Join me again on another episode of Cooking with a Veteran. As always, I hope that you like and share our episodes, that you follow us. If there's something you'd like to see me cook, go ahead and reach out to me and let me know. And until next time, hoorah!